I harbored my boss was stealing Kraken from servers. What I did next tossed him everything. The moment I realized my restaurant manager was pocketing servers' tips, I knew I had to make a choice: stay silent and keep my job, or risk everything to expose him. I never expected my secret investigation would bring down an entire restaurant empire. When I started at Bella Luna as a bartender, it seemed like the perfect job: upscale Italian restaurant, wealthy clientele, and tips that should have been amazing. But something was off. Despite working packed shifts, servers would count their tips with confused expressions. "I swear table 12 left $40. Dasich would mumble, staring at a 20. "These credit card tips don't match what I calculated," Diego would say, shaking his head. The manager, Vincent, always had the same response: "People remember wrong, or maybe they're just not as good at their jobs as they think." Vincent drove a Tesla and wore a Bison, which seemed strange for someone managing a restaurant, even a successful one. The owner, Mr. Ricci, was rarely around, trusting Vincent to handle daily operations for all 5 of his restaurants. My suspicions grew when I noticed Vincent always insisted on closing the credit card system himself. No one else had access to the final numbers, so I started keeping my own records, secretly photographing credit card receipts before turning them in and noting cash tips. I observed. After 3 weeks, the pattern was undeniable. About 30% of tips simply vanished between customers leaving them and servers receiving their envelopes at night. On a busy Saturday, that could be hundreds of dollars multiplied across 5 restaurants. Most of the staff were immigrants or students desperately needing these jobs. They noticed the discrepancies, but were too afraid to speak up. Hazich was a single mom with 2 kids. Diego was sending money to his family in Mexico. They couldn't risk getting fired. When I approached Hazich with my evidence, tears filled her eyes. "I knew it," she whispered. "That's my rent money he's taking." I contacted the labor department anonymously, but they needed more proof. That's when I had an idea. I convinced 6 regular customers, big tippers, who came in weekly to help. They'd write specific notes on their receipts: "Great service, $50 tip," or draw distinctive marks next to the tip amount. I documented everything with my phone. After a month, I had irrefutable evidence: photos of receipts before they went to Vincent, statements from customers confirming their tips, and photos of the envelopes afterward showing lower amounts. I was ready to report him when I discovered something worse. While using the office computer to print schedules, I found a shredjet showing Vincent was also skimming from the restaurant's earnings, reporting lower sales to Mr. Ricci, while pocketing the difference. I took everything to Mr. Ricci directly. His face turned ashen as he reviewed my evidence. "How long have you been collecting this?" he asked quietly. 3 months, I replied. He nodded slowly. "My wife told me to fire him last year, said she didn't trust him. I should have listened." Vincent was fired the next day. Mr. Ricci filed charges, and as the investigation expanded, they discovered Vincent had stolen over $380,000 over 4 years from both tips and falsified reports. When Vincent was let out in handcuffs, he looked directly at me. "You were just a bartender," he spat. "Who would believe you over me?" Mr. Ricci placed me in charge of Bella Luna while he restructured his business. He implemented a transparent tipping system where servers could verify amounts themselves. He paid back the staff what they were owed with interest. At our first staff meeting after Vincent's arrest, Chaste stood up with tears in her eyes. "My daughter needed braces," she said. "For 2 years I couldn't afford them because someone was stealing from me. Today I made her appointment." Sometimes justice comes with a generous tip, and sometimes the person mixing your drinks is paying closer attention than you think.